While the next phase of X-Men comics begins post-Hellfire Gala with planet-sized X-Men, the real future conflict looming has already been revealed. Mystique made a deal to plant a weapon to scuttle Orchis' solar laboratory in exchange for the resurrection of her wife, Destiny. And things did not go as planned, to say the least. So now Mystique is plotting something based on Destiny's diaries, and it's tying together more than 40 years of X-Men history. This week, we're talking about Destiny, who she is, and what that means for the future of X-Men comics. I'm Dan Umphin, and this is the Doomcast. Hey, if you're a comics fan that likes insightful commentary, or maybe just a casual comics fan that likes bad jokes, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the bell for me, because I put out a video about once a week. Thanks. X-Men number 20 has a number of major developments. One was the birth, as it were, of Nimrod, an experimental and indestructible super sentinel fused with human consciousness. But the biggest reveal by far is that Destiny is not getting resurrected, and that Mystique is in possession of one of her diaries with very specific instructions on what to do if she's not resurrected on Krakoa. Okay, but why? What significance does Destiny hold as a character? Well, Destiny was introduced in 1981 in the Days of Future Past storyline. In fact, that was her first appearance, in which she acted as an assassin to, or would-be assassin to, Senator Robert Kelly, which, had she succeeded, would have led to that oppressive future in which mutants were hunted and kept in concentration camps in the dark and foreboding year of 2013. Destiny's mutant powers are primarily hyper-accurate precognition, meaning that she has the ability to tell very accurately the future in most circumstances, unless she couldn't, as a plot device. Additionally, she's relatively long-lived. Irene was born at some point in the late 19th century, and by early adolescence had manifested her powers, and wrote a series of diaries detailing the events of the 20th and 21st centuries with terrifying accuracy. This diary period ended after a year, at which point she lost her eyesight permanently. And of course, with her given name Irene Adler, the namesake of the female nemesis and paramour of Sherlock Holmes, she's later revealed that that's exactly who she is, since at least part of Sherlock Holmes is in the public domain. Mystique, Raven Darkholme, has been her paramour, accomplice, eventually spouse, over their publication history. Originally, the plan was for Nightcrawler to be the product of their relationship, with Mystique being literally gender fluid down to the molecular level. Destiny prompted the events of the Fall of the Mutants, Days of Future Past, Age of Apocalypse. She was pivotal in Chaos War, in that Moira McTaggart found a diary explaining how to defeat Amatsu Mikaboshi, and right, Moira. She's going to end up kind of significant here. So back to the current X-Men storyline. Krakoa is for all mutants. Death no longer exists for mutants because Xavier's got up to the second psychic backups that can be downloaded into newly made bodies anytime a mutant dies. Except for Destiny. She stayed gone because the dream of this island and mutant nation is the result in part of Moira McTaggart, who has relived her life countless times to get to this current timeline and make sure that this timeline is right. So you can see the conflict here between the two of them, right? A woman who relives her existence perpetually automatically has some kind of beef with a woman who can foresee the future. And Mystique held on to one of Destiny's last prophetic diaries, which referenced an island nation where death ceases to exist, and it gave very explicit instructions to Raven herself: if they refuse to resurrect her, she needs to burn it to the ground. So this sets the stage for this fall's X-Event Inferno, which kind of doesn't bury the lead at all. People gon' die, and Mystique knows where the bodies are buried, right? But with Nimrod newly online, having compromised Mystique's mission to destroy Orchis, with Mars newly terraformed as the planet Araco, and with Xavier and Magneto notably cagey about why they won't resurrect Destiny, and Moira not terribly visible to anybody, the future of the X-Men and the potentially dark secrets that Krakoa might be founded on, well, from the beginning, I have not thought that Xavier and Magneto's motivations are entirely pure or entirely good, and that maybe the Xavier that's in the body that he's in isn't entirely Xavier. Well, I think a lot of Xavier's chickens are about to come home to roost. Thanks everybody for watching. This has been the Doomcast. We'll see you next week.